Hi, this is Mike Henriksen from Fluent and Velocity in San Jose. I'm here with Stephen and Alon. How you guys doing?
Good.
Fantastic, Mike.
So you were with BlazeMeter, and I say were because that's part of CA now, and I think we talked last year. Can you give us an update on how that's been going for you folks?
It's fine. Yes, we did speak last year, and it was, way before the acquisition was even kind of going to happen. So this is kind of a closure in my eyes, and it's been going great. It's kind of, BlazeMeter is now a CA company, CA technology company.
But I wouldn't say it's a closure. It's a new beginning. I wouldn't call it a closure.
It's a new journey.
Yes.
Yes. And so in your new beginning, what is it that you guys do for your customers now? Because I know what BlazeMeter did, but now being part of this large company, what is it you bring to the market?
Well, what we're bringing to the market is continuous delivery. And with continuous delivery, one of the big problems in trying to get customers to actually deliver software faster is testing. Testing has always been a huge barrier. Development's getting better. People are doing more and more agile. But one of the barriers is this testing. And so BlazeMeter was a big part of this acquisition, was to help us start to bring not just continuous delivery, but continuous testing to the market. And so with continuous testing, we're helping developers with a shift left. We're helping developers do testing. We're helping testers test better, test faster, and we're also enabling testing to be done in production. So when we talk about continuous testing, we actually mean continuous. It's not just faster testing, but you test throughout the entire cycle of software, no matter what stage it's in.
And is that automated or is that manual or?
Oh, you can't do continuous if it's manual.
Okay.
So that was a good T question. Nice softball question. I appreciate it. It's all automated. So we actually have the ability to automatically create the tests. So developers and testers don't even have to spend the time to record or script the test. We can automatically create functional tests. We can automatically create API tests. We can automatically create performance tests. So we are eliminating some of those barriers of the testing because we're able to auto-generate the tests themselves, and we're giving them the ability to test wherever they need to test.
Cloud or on-premise?
Cloud or on-premise.
Yep.
Yes.
Mobile device?
Well, we use mobile devices for that testing purposes. So we do have the ability to test with the mobile device. We have the ability to test the back end. We have the ability to test the UI. So we test all different areas of it. And when you're doing, like, say, performance, you don't necessarily just want to test in-house. You want to test from different parts of the world because you want to make sure that your application, if it's worldwide, depending upon where it is, you want to make sure that it's performing everywhere that people are going to access your site. And so we give you that ability as well. Because, like with BlazeMeter, it's SaaS-based. And so you log in, you upload your open source testing scripts, and now you're able to test wherever you want to test.
So are you guys using intelligence in there? You said you don't even have to think about it anymore. So if your platform, your framework, your service knows what to test, is it using some sort of intelligence to do that, or you just profiling software that I'm building, or what? How do you do that?
So we do it in a few ways. One, we have the ability to better create and manage the requirements. And once you have the ability to better manage the requirements, and it's not just a sentence that as a developer you do this, right? There's workflows now. So you have a flow of your requirement. And once you have the flow of the requirement, we can generate test cases from those flows. And it's not just one test case. We can do all different types of test cases from that flow. So we can give you test cases that manage 100% of your requirements. And from those test cases, we then have the ability to auto-generate the tests. So you give us we help you create the requirement. And once you have that proper requirement, you got the test cases, you get the tests. And once you have that, when the developers are developing code, they're developing against a requirement. If they're not, they should.
Right.
I mean, sometimes they don't. But if they're building against the requirements, we now know what requirements are being built against. And based on that, we can tell you what you need to test. Right? So instead of having a regression suite of 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 tests, we're telling you exactly what areas you need to test based on the requirements and based on the connection between the requirements. So we don't look at a requirement just blindly. We understand how that requirement fits with all the other requirements. And so based on that, we can help you, guide you as to what tests really need to be run. The other way we do this is with APIs. So you give me an API definition. I don't care how you give me the API definition. You can add it manually, upload a Swagger document. However you get me the API definition, I'll auto-generate all the tests to test your positive, your negative, your edge case, even security types of systems. I'll give you the ability to test all those. I'll auto-generate them so that developers don't have to think about what they need to test. And I can auto-generate those before the development's even done. So now developers can really do test-driven development. Because now they have 100 tests, 200 tests, 300 tests that as they're developing, they just hit a button, and now they're developing against not just one test, not just two tests, but all those tests. So now they know what they're developing is actually what needs to be done.
And is this in conjunction with like commit and like a repository where you're testing as people are checking in their code, or are they testing before they check in? How are you built into that process?
So that's actually interesting. That's I think when you look at continuous testing, which is part of continuous delivery, there are certain stages that you want to test. In the past, testing was focused on pre-production, in the pre-production stage, right? In the waterfall era. In continuous testing,
Exactly.
you first test your code. When you commit your code, an automated test should run in the background to either accept or reject your code. Then in continuous integration, once every night or every 24 hours, 48 hours, there's a continuous integration test that runs. Pre-production, there are certain acceptance tests and then obviously load tests and stuff like that. So in each and every stage, whether it's testing on demand, and usually it's automated testing, you need to have a continuous testing framework that can facilitate all of these tests, and this is what we do. Right?
Excellent. So CI/CD is pretty much automated
Yes.
Yes.
and part of a process now. So you
Yes.
fit right in with how people should be developing software.
Correct. We actually provide we link into Jenkins, we link in a lot of the CI tools. We provide that framework, that automated framework to move your application or your services from stage to stage, to automatically run the tests, to automatically validate the results of those tests. And as I said, to automatically create those tests. So we provide all of those. And then once you analyze the results, you can decide, does this go into either a pre-production or a production phase, or does it stay in development where the development has the issues to resolve?
So knowing what you know about what you offer and what you currently do right now, if we sat down 12 months from now, what would you like to be doing differently than you are today in 12 months? That's a short period of time, although it's long in technology.
I mean, you say 12 months is short. 12 months is a very long period. I mean,
I know.
You know,
But
when
it does
people
go by
ask,
pretty
people
quick.
ask, well, what's your plan for 3 years from now? 3 years? What's 3 years?
Yeah.
But no, 12 months does go quick. I agree.
Let me remind you something. We just talked 12 months ago.
I know, and a lot has
still,
changed.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a completely different world.
Yeah. So 12 months from now, what will be on your roadmap that's different than today?
I think that continuous delivery, first, it's a huge domain, right? And it's a domain that is still developing, right? New technologies, new use cases. And, while the app economy is exploding, right? Continuous testing and continuous delivery are kind of trying to keep up the pace. So first, the industry needs solutions. It needs smart solutions. So when we've met, BlazeMeter was about performance testing, right, and load testing. Currently, CA and CA BlazeMeter is performance, load, functional, right, and all of the smart things smart stuff that Steve discussed earlier. And we still have a long way to go. The continuous delivery process is not fully automated yet. It's not like, hey, I'm coding, it's in production. Testing that process still has a long way to go. And this is our path. Our path is to deal with every use case that is out there for testing and continuous delivery, and to make the experience the experience as seamless as possible for the user. The user, the developer.
A developer, right?
Yeah,
Right.
they need to focus on what they do best, right? They don't need to worry about what's happening around them, and it's our mission to make it happen, to make it as seamless and best of integration, best of breed, and to make them to make their app rock, so to speak.
Excellent. Stephen, anything?
So I agree with that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
no
it.
worries. I mean, sometimes I would sit here and argue with him.
Yeah, it's
But
it's a different Steve. Go ahead.
we're on camera, so I would say the other thing is a lot more. I'll say analytics, but analytics is a broad term.
Yeah.
But more ways to understand exactly what needs to be tested, how to test it, and to give people more guidance as to how things should be delivered. By understanding historically what's been out there, how they've delivered, who's delivered it, and how things need to be changed. Does this need a lot more testing to go out, or can this go out with lighter testing? How well are these groups, when they're delivering, how much value did the customer get out of the last few? Does it really need to go out this fast? Are they getting the value that they need? All those types of questions, not providing the data, but providing the auto analytics, providing actionable insights. Yes, making the entire process, hence I agreed, making the entire process smarter for the developers, for the business, so that they can understand what they need to do. You hear all these businesses say, I got to release faster. I got to go faster. I got to go faster. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. They don't really know. They have no idea. Oh, my competition's going faster. I need to go faster. Well, you're getting the value out of what you have. I don't know. We got to close that loop. We got to provide better feedback and make this whole process automated.
Excellent.
So if you hear us both, I'm the muscle, right? I'm running the test, and he's the brain, kind of.
Okay.
All right, that's now on camera.
Excellent.
That's on camera. I'm going to use this.
We will check in 12 months and find out how the muscle and brain is working. Very good. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.